What's up, Scoop Now Nation? Get ready, because we're kicking off with a massive Apple Vision Pro update. Forget blurry vision, Apple's latest software is bringing digital prism correction right to your headset, opening up a whole new world for users with specific prescriptions. We're talking about a game changer that makes spatial computing more accessible than ever before. And speaking of Apple, buckle up because iOS 26 is officially live. We're breaking down exactly which iPhones are eligible for this massive free update, and trust us, there are some big changes and even some older models getting left behind. Get ready for a whole new look and feel for your favorite device. But wait, there's more. Apple isn't just updating software, they're shattering financial records. We're talking about a jaw-dropping Q3 2025 revenue of $94 billion, driven by the unstoppable force of the iPhone, a roaring comeback from Mac, and the ever-growing power of Apple services. Get the inside scoop on what this means for the tech giant and the market. And to wrap it all up, even the mighty iPhone 17 Pro Max and iPhone Air aren't immune to a little digital drama. A strange camera glitch is popping up in photos, but don't panic. Apple is already on the case with a fix. Stick around for all the details and make sure you're subscribed and hitting that notification bell so you don't miss a single update. Apple Vision Pro just got a major upgrade, making it accessible to even more users. For a while, a significant hurdle for some Apple Vision Pro users was the lack of support for vision prescriptions that included a prism value. This meant that individuals needing this specific correction were unable to fully utilize the device. But with the arrival of visionOS 26, that barrier has been completely removed. Now, users can input their prism values directly into the system, and visionOS will intelligently adapt the display through software, offering a customized visual experience. Previously, a warning was in place for anyone considering ZEISS optical inserts, stating that if their prescription contained a prism value, these inserts were not available. This detail was clearly marked separately from other prescription metrics like sphere, cylinder, and axis. However, this limitation is now history. The new digital prism correction feature, available in the US and its territories, allows users to navigate to settings and select the Add Prism Prescription option. Here, they can enter their specific prism values, supporting up to 7.75 prism diopters in horizontal and vertical directions for each eye. These settings are linked to your optical inserts, allowing for multiple sets and saving preferences to guest profiles. This expansion demonstrates Apple's commitment to making its groundbreaking spatial computing device accessible to a broader audience. Users are celebrating this inclusive update, noting how it significantly enhances the usability of the Apple Vision Pro. Analysts are praising Apple's dedication to refining the user experience and expanding the device's potential market reach. Don't go anywhere, because we've got the full breakdown on which iPhones are getting the latest iOS 26 update next. iOS 26 is here, but not every iPhone is invited to the party. Apple has officially rolled out iOS 26, bringing a host of new features and a refreshed design, codenamed Liquid Glass, to its devices. However, this update comes with a clear cutoff, leaving some of the older iPhone models behind. If you're rocking an iPhone XR, iPhone XS, or iPhone XS Max, first released in 2018, you won't be eligible for iOS 26, marking the first time Apple has dropped models from its update list since 2023's iPhone 8, and the good news is that if your iPhone was released in 2019 or later, you're likely in the clear. With a comprehensive list, including models from the iPhone 11 series all the way up to the brand new iPhone 17 lineup, and the innovative iPhone Air being compatible. The liquid glass aesthetic promises a more visually cohesive experience across Apple's operating systems, featuring redesigned app icons, a new floating button design, and enhanced dark mode options. Beyond the look, iOS 26 introduces practical new features like real-time live translate for phone calls and text messages, the ability to create polls directly within group messages, and more customizable lock screen options with 3D wallpaper effects and improved focus modes. Power users will appreciate the revamped camera app for easier navigation and a new lens cleaning notification, alongside flexible alarm snooze settings. Even screenshotting gets an upgrade, with options to perform Google searches or ask ChatGPT about the captured image directly from the edit screen. For those concerned about security or missing out on new app functionalities, sticking with older iOS versions will eventually lead to missed security updates and app compatibility issues. Tech enthusiasts and everyday users are buzzing about the new features, with many praising the liquid glass design and live translate capabilities. However, there's a clear divide on social media, with users of older, ineligible devices expressing disappointment, while those with newer models eagerly anticipate the update. But how is Apple's bottom line looking with all these new devices and software? We've got the record-breaking revenue numbers next. Apple just announced a staggering $94 billion in revenue for Q3 2025, proving the tech giant is stronger than ever. Apple Inc. has once again demonstrated its dominance in the tech world, reporting a colossal $94 billion in revenue for its fiscal third quarter of 2025, a remarkable 10% increase year-over-year. This impressive financial performance, coupled with a 12% year-over-year rise in diluted earnings per share to $1.57, solidifies Apple's leadership and fuels optimism across the market. The success is largely attributed to outstanding double-digit growth from its core pillars: the ever-popular iPhone, a resurgent Mac lineup, and its rapidly expanding services division. The iPhone 16 family continues to be a major revenue driver, generating $44.6 billion and seeing a 13% year-over-year jump, fueled by a record number of customer upgrades globally. The Mac segment experienced a significant comeback, with revenue soaring 15% to $8 billion, largely thanks to the strong performance of the new M4 MacBook Air models. Perhaps most impressively, Apple's services division reached an all-time record of $27.4 billion, up 13% from the previous year, now accounting for nearly 29% of the company's total revenue. This consistent growth in high-margin services validates Apple's strategic shift towards recurring revenue streams. While iPad and wearables segments saw slight declines, Apple's global performance was strong, with growth reported in every region, including a notable 20% increase in Asia-Pacific. CEO Tim Cook noted that approximately 1% of the overall revenue growth was due to anticipated tariff increases, leading some consumers to make purchases earlier. The company also navigated $800 million in tariff-related costs, with more expected in the next quarter. Financial analysts are hailing Apple's results as a testament to its resilience and strategic execution in a challenging economic climate, boosting investor confidence. Stakeholders, from shareholders to suppliers like Foxconn and component manufacturers, are seeing the positive impact, while competitors like Samsung face increased pressure in the high-end smartphone market. The successful integration of Apple Intelligence is also seen as a key factor driving positive sentiment. But even with all this success, there's a funny little hiccup affecting some brand new iPhones. We've got the details on the iPhone 17 camera glitch next. A peculiar camera glitch has surfaced on the new iPhone 17 Pro Max and iPhone Air, but Apple promises a swift fix. As the highly anticipated iPhone 17 lineup and iPhone Air prepare to hit store shelves this Friday, early reviews have highlighted an unusual camera issue. CNN_'s Henry Casey reported that photos taken at concerts, specifically of large, bright LED screens behind performers, sometimes displayed small blacked-out portions. This is a novel glitch, distinct from previously addressed issues like lens flares or light dots that occur when capturing direct light sources. Apple has acknowledged the problem, with a spokesperson stating, "This is something that can happen in very rare cases when an LED light display is extremely bright and shining directly into the camera." The company has identified a solution and plans to release it in an upcoming software update. Given the device's imminent retail launch, there's a possibility that a fix could arrive as early as today in the form of iOS 26.01, especially if it's a targeted update for the new models. However, if it's a broader update for all iOS 26 users, it might take a few weeks, similar to last year's iOS 18.01 release, which addressed initial bugs. While some iOS 26 users have reported other minor issues like liquid glass bugs, this specific camera glitch only affects photos taken under very specific, extreme lighting conditions. Users are expressing mixed reactions online, with some concerned about the glitch and others reassured by Apple's quick acknowledgement and promised fix. Tech analysts are noting that this issue highlights the ongoing challenges of perfecting camera performance under extreme lighting conditions. And that's a wrap on today's top stories. We'll be right back with a lightning-fast recap and your chance to win. And that's a wrap on today's scoop. We saw Apple Vision Pro get a major accessibility boost with digital prism correction. iOS 26 is rolling out with some models getting the axe. Apple shattered revenue records with a massive $94 billion Q3, and a quirky camera glitch is hitting the new iPhone 17 lineup. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Scoop Now for all the latest, hit that notification bell so you never miss an update, and drop a comment below telling us what you think. You can also follow us on all our socials for even more exclusive content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.